Collect Co. for part 2 of tonight's Tuesday night record sale. When you're on and watching, please acknowledge by some sort of comment that you are here. It is Seth's birthday. He's in the back taking a break still. No surprise. And April's on her phone and Tanner's eating a cupcake. Real solid crew tonight. Craig, first comment. Craig, I was about a minute late. You were probably refreshing, trying to get that first comment in, and I was over here eating my Subway, which was a leftover from yesterday. So, Seth's back from the back. Everybody's still on their phone or eating cupcakes, though. All right, what we're gonna do is I gotta get my feed pulled up here. Let me go to Restream chat. Seth's got to go put on his glasses. He has been wearing them tonight, so your records are probably not in correct alphabetical order.
I'm removing my contact lenses.
No cookout tonight. No. Whoop, that's the wrong monster. Where's my code one at? Is this the code one? Marty Ellis doesn't like Subway? Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you? My monster. Did I finish it all? I guess I drunk it all. Whoops. Drunk. I drunk it all. I drank it all? That don't sound right. I'm not very good with English because it is not too important. All right, let's go through this bin of new vinyl. Hope everybody's ready. This is not new vinyl. This is Japanese vinyl. This is Japanese vinyl. We're going to go ahead and knock it out right now. There's probably half this stuff we could auction, so I hope you're paying attention and watching. And Blake Shelton, I'm not a Subway fan. No Subway, no Pablo Cruz. Man, what is wrong with y'all? Okay. Let's go through this bin. How about that? Let's not talk bad about Subway anymore. Duran Duran, Tiger Tiger. This has actually got 1, 2, 3. This has got 5 tracks on it. Duran Duran, Japanese pressing with Obi. $24.99. I hope everybody's got their thumbs ready because we're going to go through a lot of stuff very quickly here in part 2. These are all Japanese pressing. Some have Obis, some don't. Some don't have Obis. Jackson Browne, The Pretender, $24.99. $24.99. So make sure I hadn't missed anything. I don't think I have. We have Duran Duran. We have Jackson Browne. The Woman in Red soundtrack, Stevie Wonder. Woman in Red, $24.99. Stevie Wonder soundtrack. The Beatles, 67 to 70. This is actually probably the least nicest one we've ever had. This is about a VG Plus on the vinyl and about a VG Plus on the cover. But it is Japanese with the inserts. And that is $49.99. The Beatles, 67 to 70. Pat Benatar, In the Heat of the Night. EX on that one, $19.99. The Legend Lives Anew, Hank Williams with Strings. How many times have you seen Japanese Hank Williams? I got one with Obi to auction off here in just a second. That is $24.99. Deborah Devaney, first sale of part 2 goes to Deborah Devaney on Duran Duran. Sold to Deborah Devaney. Duran Duran, sold to Deborah. Pat Benatar, Hank Williams. Ooh, check this out. Magical Mystery Tour with Obi. $69.99. I feel like that's a bargain. That's a straight priced Japanese bargain on that one, and I think that is an older pressing with that Obi. I think that's an older pressing of Magical Mystery Tour. Queen 2, Japanese press, no Obi. Very, very nice. As y'all know, I think y'all have seen what U.S. pressings of Queen 2 have brought before. Japanese press, no Obi, but pristine, $49.99. Tillman Smoot on Pat Benatar, sold to Tillman Smoot. Magical Mystery Tour, Queen 2. We have Motown and R&B's greatest hits, or Motown R&B's greatest hits. That's $39.99. Japanese press with Obi. I see My Girl, I Hear a Symphony, Shop Around, How Sweet It Is. It's like a Motown compilation on the Motown label. Japanese press of Obi, $39.99. Foreigner, Head Games, $29.99. Foreigner Head Games, Japanese press. We have Pat Benatar, Precious Love. Pat Benatar, Precious Love is $24.99. $24.99 on Pat Benatar. Toto. That is Toto's self-titled first album. That's also, I'm going to say Japanese press after every one, but Everything in here is a Japanese press. $29.99. Chris DeMoss wants Motown. Sold to Chris DeMoss. Motown Cop. I can't believe no one's bought Magical Mystery Tour yet. Stevie Wonder Live, another Motown pressing. Stevie Wonder is $29.99. Stevie Wonder is $29.99. ABBA Arrival. ABBA is with Obi and insert, just $24.99. Paul Brothers wants Foreigner. Sold to Paul Brothers. Mike Cochran takes the Toto. Mike Cochran on the Toto. What happened to Toto? There's Toto. ABBA. Cheap Trick, self-titled, Japanese press, no Obi, $29.99. Almost said Magical Mystery Tour. This is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. $54.99, no Obi, Japanese press, $54.99, pristine vinyl. Thompson Twins, Into the Gap. Thompson Twins is a white label promo, Japanese press, $44.99. Your first Japanese record. My gosh, Chris. You've got a long ways to go. You're going to be wanting them left and right now after you play that one. Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy, Japanese press. This is going to be auctioned. Yes, definitely need to auction this. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz, Japanese press, $55 start. $55 start. I don't think some of these in here we have tags on that say starting price, and they're not actually straight by it now, so excuse me for that. Tillman, the Queen record. The Queen record is Queen 2, Japanese press. It is $49.99. $49.99. Stevie Wonder, ABBA, Cheap Trick, Sgt. Pepper's, Thompson Twins. The Beatles, 62 to 66. This one's a little bit nicer. Still no Obi. And the vinyl's about EX. Does have the inserts with it. $54.99. So we have a blue and a red available on the Beatles comps. Both with no Obis, but they're nice. By the way, the Ozzy is a Japanese press of Blizzard of Oz. We don't see that too often. There's the Japanese insert. This is a $55 start on Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. Next is Deep Purple, live in Japan. That's pretty interesting. $44.99, Deep Purple live in Japan. Jackson Browne, Lawyers in Love. Jackson is $19.99 on that. That's about an EX. Here is a Beatles 67 to 70 with Obi and inserts. Very, very nice. $74.99. That is the 67 to 70 with Obi and inserts. Pat Benatar, Get Nervous is $24.99. Foreigner, self-titled. That is also a Japanese press. These are all Japanese pressings if you're just hopping on. Foreigner is $29.99. Toto, Isolation. Toto is $29.99. Isolation. This is got stickers with it. That includes the stickers. Oh, Toto. Madonna, Like a Virgin, $34.99. That's a Japanese press. And Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun with Obi, $34.99. Rod Stewart. Flashdance soundtrack. Flashdance has the Obi with it, $29.99. Stevie Wonder, Hotter Than July. Cool, complete with Obi and insert on that, $39.99. Stevie Wonder. Donna Summer, Live and More. Donna has the Obi with it, $29.99 on Donna Summer. Cheap Trick in color. Japanese press of that, $29.99. Blue Hank Williams. So we have a couple Hank Williams records in here. Where's Lisa Montgomery at? That are like Japanese only covers and releases. Here's one of them, and I'm pretty sure the other one was too. $29.99 on Hank Williams. Blue Hank. Foreigner 4. Foreigner 4, $29.99. Probably the most requested Foreigner album. Foreigner 4. Jackson Browne, Late for the Sky, is $24.99. And Air Supply. Air Supply is with Obi, and that is called The One That You Love. That is about a VG Plus on the vinyl. Japanese with Obi, $19.99 on Air Supply. Toto Fahrenheit. Toto Fahrenheit is $34.99. Don't get that one as often as we do the others. There's another Beatles, 67 to 70. This one's also $54.99, about EX on the vinyl. So you got a few options now for the Beatles comps. Culture Club, It's a Miracle, Miss Me Blind. That is a 12-inch single. $14.99 Japanese press, Culture Club. West Side Story. West Side Story has the Obi. That is only $19.99. Billy Joe Glass Houses is $29.99. The Monkees. I think this may be Last Train to Clarksville, Doesn't Buy Me a Dog. I think this is this is their first album, just with it's a reissue, Arista reissue, different cover, of course. That's their first album. Near Mint, $24.99 on the Monkees. Pretty good buy there. The Bee Gees, The BGs this is called Perfect 2LP gatefold, $34.99. Never seen that before. Chicago 16 is $24.99. The Carpenters, the single, $69 to $73. The Carpenters is $24.99. Deborah Devaney wants the Monkeys, sold to Deborah Devaney. Monkeys is sold to Deborah. We've got another Duran Duran, just like the first one we sold. That one's also $24.99. It's a 5-track release. We just sold, that was the first record in the bin. There's another one, Duran Duran 7 and the Ragged Tiger. That is with Obi and the insert, $44.99. Journey Infinity. Infinity is $34.99, and so is Escape. Back-to-back Journey Japanese pressings, Affinity and Escape, $34.99 each. Carpenters, the first 10 years. Wow, this is heavy. This is a trifold triple LP. This is a trifold Carpenters, the first 10 years trifold and triple LP, $39.99. Price and tracks on Deep Purple. I like Queen 2, but is it a gatefold? Let me go back and see. We can show, by the way, I'm kind of flipping through these. I know these Japanese pressings we are usually showing in great detail. So anything you want to see, you can comment that you want to see it, and we will go back and show it in greater detail. Yes, Queen 2 is the flip top gatefold. There is some like discoloration. I don't know if that'll come off, but the inner does have some discoloration on it. Which I see that a lot on these. A lot of these Japanese pressings, I don't know why, but a lot of them have that kind of spotty discoloration on them. I see that a lot on the covers. I don't know if it was something in the air quality over there or humidity, or I'm not for sure. Queen 2, there's the insert. Tillman, this is yours if you want it. It is $49.99. This is a Japanese pressing. Vinyl, of course, is pristine. Vinyl, of course, is pristine. All right. Let's see. We have Tillman. Tillman also wants Duran Duran, and he said, wait a minute, Tillman, and he wanted the Tiger Tiger. Duran Duran, that's the Tiger Tiger, this one here. And then Grant Peltzer wants the Journey Escape. That is right here. And then Daniel Cody wants the Carpenters, first 10 years. That's a pretty interesting set. 3 LPs. And Tillman got Tiger Tiger. Tillman said he will take, Tillman said he will take the Queen 2. What have I done with it? You got it? Okay, that's sold to Tillman. Japanese pressing with his covers from humanity. That's what I was thinking, which is probably about every vintage record on earth has some kind of light, musky or mold on it from every collection I've ever seen. And where did we get to? Journey, Jackie Chan, Love Me. I guess he did some singing too, along with some kung fu. $24.99. A chorus line. Chorus line is $24. Annie, original motion picture soundtrack with Obi, $34.99. And I have no idea what this is. It's in Japanese. That looks like Rodney Dangerfield. What is this? It's South Pacific. I don't think Rodney Dangerfield was in South Pacific. Kind of looks like him though. South Pacific is $19.99. $19.99. Okay, David, we've already sold the Carpenters. And John, yes, we're just doing, the first bin for tonight for part 2 is Japanese pressings. We are officially done with them after I go back through them. And we're going to do that right now. But that's not all we're doing tonight. We have new, we have vintage, we have Japanese, we have German, we have Taiwan, we've got Czech Republic. We got records from all countries. Most people prefer stuff made in the U.S. or Japan, though, or Germany. Deep Purple live in Japan. Chris Wood, this is a 2 LP, no Obi. It is $44.99. $44.99. And yes, there's a couple Carpenters in here. By the way, I showed Ozzy Blizzard of Oz Japanese pressing. It's pristine. I was looking for a $55 start on this. Can't believe no one's bid. Ozzy, $55 start. I think if that had an Obi with it, it would be like, I think the Obi would add $50 in value to this easily. Please take care of your Obis. This is pristine. I mean, if this was a U.S. pressing, I think that would probably be about in line for pristine Blizzard of Oz. There's a Deep Purple. Whoever asked about that, I'm going to put that in the back. Let me know exactly what you need to know on that. That's Deep Purple live in Japan. What else have I missed? Tillman Smoot needs to put back the Pat Benatar. Chris Wood said he would take the Deep Purple. So let's put back Tillman's Pat Benatar. There is Deep Purple. Let me run through these titles one more time. We have Jackson Browne, Woman in Red soundtrack. The Beatles, 67 to 70. Hank Williams, The Legend Lives Again. Magical Mystery Tour. Pat Benatar. Stevie Wonder Live. ABBA, Arrival. Cheap Trick, self-titled. Sgt. Pepper's. Thompson Twins. The Beatles, 62 to 66. Jackson Browne. The Other Beatles. Pat Benatar. Foreigner. Toto. Toto has the stickers with it. Madonna. Rod Stewart. Flashdance. Stevie Wonder. Donna Summer. Cheap Trick. Hank Williams. Foreigner. Jackson Browne. Air Supply. Toto. The Beatles. Culture Club. West Side Story. And somebody asked about Billy Joel, I believe. Billy Joel, who asked about that? Jason Billups. Billy Joel is $29.99. Near mint minus. Pristine. The Bee Gees. Chicago. The Carpenters. Here's the other Carpenters that's still available. This is the singles, which is like another greatest hits. And this is 69 to 73. 69 to 73. That's like a greatest hits. Japanese press 24. $24.99. There's the Pat Benatar that's being put back. That is EX, $19.99. We've got Duran Duran, Journey, Jackie Chan, Chorus Line, Annie, and South Pacific. Okay, Chad, apologize, but can you pull Licorice Pizza, Time of the Word, and Bowie Next Day from earlier? I missed the first 40 minutes, so I can pull those no problem. I can pull those no problem. Let me do that right now. There is Heroes. There's a Licorice Pizza and a Time of the Word. I will show those again. I'm probably, if I can get through it, if I can get through all the new arrivals, I'm definitely going to do a recap of new vinyl at some point tonight. So there's Bowie New Day, or Bowie the Next Day, $48.99. Yes, Time of the Word, which is technically on sale, $28.99. And Licorice Pizza is on red vinyl, $39.99. Susie Breedlove, those are also DePaul Brothers. Susie, Cheap Trick. Cheap Trick is $29.99. That's their self-titled first album. Tillman wants to know the price on Thompson Twins. Thompson Twins is a white label promo, $44.99. Jesse, price on Blue Beetles. I got two different ones for you. I got one with the Japanese obi. That's pristine with inserts. That is $74.99. Or you can have one without the obi. That's about EX on the vinyl, still very nice. And Jesse, that would be $54.99. Price and condition on Sgt. Pepper's. I believe Sgt. Pepper's was $54. It is $54.99. No obi, Japanese pressing on Apple. And then Hendry wants to know price on Duran Duran. The only Duran Duran that's left is Hendry. It's 7 in the Ragged Tiger with obi, $44.99. And Chris also asked, Chris Gallert, $44.99. Near mint with obi. ABBA, I think, is a heck of a deal. It's got the obi, and it's only $19.99. What happened to it? ABBA Arrival. Yeah, ABBA Arrival is $24.99. Lindy Berg, $24.99. And price on Cheap Trick is in the front of Ben. Susie, I think that was the only Cheap Trick I had in here, the one I just showed. Jackie Chan, Journey, Duran Duran, Benatar, yeah. So, there's some great stuff in there. All Japanese pressings. If anybody wants to buy Aussie, $54.99. If anybody wants to buy Aussie, it's available for purchase right now, $54.99. Lindy Berg said, I'll take ABBA. Let's pull that for Lindy. Lindy Berg on the ABBA Arrival. The color of Magical Mystery Tour. Good question. Excellent question. Magical Mystery Tour. It looks black. Let me hold it up to the light. It is black vinyl. It is black vinyl. Guess what, Chad? I'll take a Licorice Pizza if there's any left. Okay, Shane McKinney wants a Licorice Pizza red vinyl. Great. Now we have 3 left. Shane takes one. I had Cheap Trick in color. Oh, I did, didn't I? Cheap Trick in color. Sorry, Susie, and thank you, Jeff. I remember that one now. Let me show that. It should be about the same price. Yeah, Cheap Trick in color. Susie, that is $29.99. $29.99. Linda, I've got you down for ABBA. And Tillman says, go ahead and pull Thompson Twins for me, okay? Thompson Twins for Tillman Smoot. Tillman, I really hope I can get you that Queen collection. If I have those in stock, there'll be a lot of people. So what Queen has done, the reason we can't get Queen Greatest Hits Volume 1 or Volume 2 right now is because somehow I totally missed it. And Queen reissued Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3 of their Greatest Hits in a box set on colored vinyl. And somehow I totally missed it. And so when I didn't get my pre-order in, I missed out on the first distribution of them. So what I'm going to do is probably make a post saying, hey, if I can get these in, do you want to commit to one? And anybody that wants one, when those things actually come in, that's a really cool set. It's basically Queen's Greatest Hits, all 3 volumes, box set, colored vinyl. Fantastic. Let's see. Susie said sold. Susie wants Cheap Trick in color. Cheap Trick in color. That's right here. This is sold to Susie. Sean Jones said he would take a Licorice Pizza on red vinyl. And I have now 2 left. Licorice Pizza on red vinyl. Sean Jones gets this one. All right, let me just go through a bin of, well, I got a whole new bin of new vinyl too I have not shown tonight. So let's go through that. I've also got some other higher end, or the stuff I had on Facebook, Japanese pressings that I'm going to put up for sale. I don't think they're really high end. They're just some good stuff. So let me show these right quick. Debbie Blair says, I'll take the other Cheap Trick. Let me just put them up real quick, and then we can go from there. This is a Japanese press, and I can show the details, but this is near mint with inserts and obi. Boston, Don't Look Back. That's a $65 start. I have Eric Clapton. There's one in every crowd. That is about EX Plus with inserts and obi. That Clapton is a $50 start. And I have, I was going to do this other Beatles. This is a weird Beatles release, but it's kind of like a greatest hits. It's in a fit. When I seen this for years, I always thought it was some kind of offshoot. Then I realized it was a real album. But this is the Beatles, a collection of Beatles oldies with the obi. And I'll read off the tracks, but it's kind of like a greatest hits that came out around Christmas of 60-something. Okay, that's a $65 start. Debbie Blair wanted the other Cheap Trick. Let me pull that. That was Cheap Trick self-titled. I can spot it right here. That's sold to Debbie Blair. Add me on the Queen. Okay. I will do that, Tillman. And Paul Brothers too. Go ahead and write down those names. I'll go ahead and tag y'all on the post too, just so we save those posts and we have them. So 65, 50, and 65 on those. And if you missed it earlier, here was 2 that have not got bids yet, so they're available for a bite now. Bob Dylan and the Band Basement Tapes is $59.99, and the Allman Brothers Eat a Peach is $99.99. That's the 2. And then after that, I've got Grease, and I've got Hank Williams. That's 2 others I hadn't shown. Okay, let me grab that last crate of new vinyl. I think this is the last crate of new vinyl we have not shown tonight. April, do you mind carrying this over here for me? Okay, thank you. All right, I have not shown these yet tonight. Let's see what's in here. I haven't set a price. No, I haven't. Tim, just make sure you're in our group, and I will get that to you, okay? Kiss Dynasty, $33.99. Kiss Dynasty is $33.99. Kiss Dynasty, $33.99. We had more of those come in. Music on Vinyl. Who is this? Music on Vinyl, They Might Be Giants, Flood. They Might Be Giants, Flood. Music on Vinyl, $42.99. David Bowie Legacy. Tracy Miller, if you're watching, yours came in. So I've got you down for a David Bowie Legacy 2LP Greatest Hits, $46.99. I have one left. Muse. This Muse title is Black Holes and Revelations. Muse is $28.99. Tyler Jennings Browning wants They Might Be Giants. That is sold to Tyler. And we have one bid on the auctions back here. George Buchanan's at $75 on the Boston. And we're looking for a $50 start on Clapton and a $65 start on the Beatles collection of Beatles oldies. Mastodon, Blood Mountain. Mastodon is $27.99. We have Rush and Rio. Rush and Rio. So 2 new Rush box sets came back in stock along with Clockwork Angels. It looked like they pressed more of these. These is $114.99. It's 4 LPs. Rush and Rio, $114.99. And something I don't have on hand, but we have the Rush Clockwork Angels tour, which is it's on the 10th anniversary of that too. That I will have later this week. So, let's see, Shane on the Muse. Shane takes a Muse. Rush and Rio is $114.99. 4 LP. It's pretty much like a box. I guess it's a gatefold and it expands. That was a huge show. I think there was about 100,000 people at that concert, Rush and Rio. It's awesome to watch. Mick LaFoot takes a Mastodon, sold to Mick LaFoot. Rush, we have System of a Down, Toxicity, $28.99. The Cramps, Look Mom, No Head, $28.99. Melody Nelson wants a Muse, sold to Melody Nelson. We have Picture Disc, Michael Jackson History, which is the only way this album is in print. It is $39.99. It's a double picture disc of Michael Jackson History. We had an OG copy of that from Kevin's collection. It was about a $300 or $400 record. I can't remember exactly, but OG copies of that. And I don't think it's really ever been reissued on black vinyl, to my knowledge. Ever since I've been ordering new vinyl, it's always been this picture disc. So Michael Jackson History, $39.99, or History Continues, actually. Susie Breedlove wants a Michael Jackson. I only have one. No, I have 2 of those. Susie gets one. All right, let's go ahead and sell George Buchanan Boston. No other activity on these back here. So George gets that for $75. Boston Don't Look Back. If anybody wants to buy the Beatles, this is a collection of Beatles oldies, $64.99. Or if anybody wants to buy Eric Clapton, these are now first come, first serve. Clapton is $49.99. I'll add those with the other 2. There's another Michael Jackson. I've got Handsome Boy Modeling School, White People, $31.99. Melody Nelson also wants a Michael Jackson picture disc. Handsome Boy Modeling School, White People, $31.99. Kings of Leon, Aha Shake Heartbreak, $39.99. This looks so familiar. It's Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill is $49.99. $49.99 on Cypress Hill. The Cramps, Rockin' and Reelin', is $28.99. It's actually called Rockin' and Reelin' in something New Zealand. I'm kind of close on that. $28.99 on the Cramps. Shane McKinney on Handsome. That's this right here. The Condition of the Beatles. Tracy Miller. It was the Beatles collection. We can take a look at it. There's no condition notes on the vinyl, so I'm pretty sure it is pristine. Yeah, the vinyl on the Beatles is pristine. By the way, the Japanese Beatles vinyl always has a different shine to it. That's what the back looks like. And there's the Japanese insert. Yeah, She Loves You, Help, From Me to You, We Can Work It Out, Michelle, Yesterday, I Feel Fine, Yellow Submarine, Can't Buy Me Love, Bad Boy, Day Tripper, Hard Day's Night, Ticket to Ride, Paperback Rider, and Eleanor Rigby, and I Want to Hold Your Hand. It's a pretty good comp there. A lot of people overlook this one. I want to think it come out this Christmas of '66, $64.99. Mick takes the Cramps, Rockin' and Reelin', and something New Zealand. Sold to Mick. We have Joy Division, 77 to 1980. Joy Division Substance, $41.99. Is this like a hits comp? Joy Division Substance. Includes 2 additional tracks. That's $41.99. Joy Division Substance. Daft Punk, Random Access Memories, $42.99. Daft Punk, Random Access Memories, $42.99. Keith Moyers wants Kings of Leon. Was there another? Oh, there was. Shane got one and Jason Kent. I do. Jason Kenton, there's your handsome. And Keith, I've got you down for a Kings of Leon. Daft Punk, how much was Handsome Boy and was it white vinyl? It was, let me see one of those again. It was white vinyl, 2 LP. They're $31.99. $31.99, Sean. Handsome Boy Modeling School Sophomore Studio Album, limited edition reissue, white vinyl, 2 LP, and insert, $31.99. I can maybe get you one of those if you want one. Well, I'll take $60 for the Beatles. Absolutely. Sell this to Tracy Miller for $60. Collection of Beatles oldies. Sean, I don't have any left, but I'll probably restock that if you want one. White Zombie, La Sexoristo, music on vinyl, $38.99. Caius, the final album from the legendary Palm Desert Stoner rock band, $26.99. And this is Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith from A Basement on the Hill. Elliott Smith, $36.99. Put Sean Jones down on that record. Shane said Sean can have mine. I realized I already have one, so give Shane's to Sean. Okay, quick recap of this bin of new vinyl. We have Kiss Dynasty. Kiss Dynasty. They Might Be Giants. Flood, $42.99. David Bowie Legacy. That's like a 2LP career comp. Mastodon, one left. Rush and Rio is $114.99. And yes, there has been a price increase on those, as with most vinyl. I think when I first ordered these things, you could get them for $79. The MSRP was $79.99. Now, the MSRP is $114.99. System of a Down, $28.99. And the Cramps is $28.99. That was Chris's purchase. I didn't even catch that. Chris, if that's your first purchase, make sure, do you have a Facebook page? If you do, find us on Facebook, Collectco, and send us a message. If you don't, we will post our email address and we will need you to email us, please. But if you have, let us know if you have a Facebook. That will be the easy. That's how we send. All of our communications are done through Facebook Messenger. So anytime we have somebody new on YouTube, we got to find out if you have a Facebook. If you don't, then we'll find you some other way through email. Kings of Leon is $39.99. Cypress Hill was $49.99. The Cramps is $28.99. Joy Division is $41.99. Daft Punk was $42.99. White Zombie, $38.99. Caius, $26.99. And Elliott Smith is $36.99. I don't know a lot about Elliott Smith, but he's $36.99. $36.99. All right. Okay, I have a bin here of vintage stuff. All kinds of mixed stuff in here. There's even some newer sealed stuff in here. They got sold back to us, so let's see what's in here. A little bit of country, rock, Pearl Jam. The original hit performances of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's a 3 LP comp. 30s, 40s, and 50s hits. Sealed, unopened, $24.99. Conway Twitty, Borderline. Conway is $9.99. Juice Newton is $9.99. The Good Time Pickers, Just Pickin', is sealed, $24.99. Music Man, Waylon Jennings. Music Man has the theme from Dukes of Hazzard on it. That is $24.99. Retro Class Entertainment wants the 30s. That's this comp right here. Zach Biley, You Were Second. That is sold to Rydell Martin, Retro Class Entertainment. Santana Festival. Santana is $19.99. Waylon Jennings, This Time. Orange RC Label, OG, $49.99. The Foo Fighters, Greatest Hits. These are $29.99. We have a bunch of them. Foo Fighters Greatest Hits, $29.99. I'm going to leave that out and actually put it with the rest of them. Waylon and Company is $24.99. Waylon Jennings and Company. Roger Miller Golden Hits is $9.99. Blackberry Smoke, You Hear Georgia, is sealed, $29.99 on colored vinyl. Blackberry Smoke, sealed on colored vinyl. Eddie Cochran and Gene Vincent. Eddie Cochran and Gene Vincent, their finest years, 1958, 1956, 1999, 1999. We have a Donald Trump picture disc. And somewhere the other night we had a Barack Obama picture disc, 1999. Here's Little Richard. This is a sealed MoFi pressing, $134.99. Sealed MoFi. Here's Little Richard, $134.99. Chad, you getting those Rural Tenenbaum soundtracks that came out the 18th? Can them? We did not get any of those. That was Record Store Day only. That was a Record Store Day only release. Tammy Wynette, Loves the Answer, is sealed, $19.99. Kenny Rogers, Gideon, is $9.99. Bluegrass Memories, Crossroads, that is sealed, $19.99. The Kindles, Fire at First Sight, Kindles is $9.99. Never seen that before. Crystal Gale, We Should Be Together, is sealed, $19.99. Alan Jackson, Here in the Real World, $124.99 on Alan Jackson. John F. Kennedy, The Presidential Years. This is a spoken record, spoken word record. At one time, it was 47 cents. Now it's sealed, $24.99. How much was the Japanese? How much was the Japanese pressing? 60. There was one with the obi that was pristine and inserts, Brady. It was $74.99. Then we have two without obis that are $54.99. Little Richard is $134.99. That is sealed MoFi. The Best of Specialty Records, this is $28.99. We still got these in stock. Craft Recording, Specialty, that has Little Richard on it, Sam Cooke, Lloyd Price. The Ronettes, this is music on vinyl, out of print Ronettes, music on vinyl, $64.99. I hadn't seen that on, that hadn't been on music on vinyl in several years because I hadn't seen it since I've been ordering music on vinyl, which is going on 3 years now. Motown Sound, a collection of original big hits, Volume 5. This is a vintage Motown comp, $24.99. George Buchanan wants the Ronettes, music on vinyl pressing. The Cooker, Lee Morgan. The Cooker Lee Morgan is $49.99. Sealed Blue Note Tone Poet. The Pridesman. Don't know a lot about that. It's $14.99 though. Emmylou Harris, Roses in the Snow, is $9.99. Emmylou Harris, Roses in the Snow. Mel Tillis, Mr. Entertainer, is $9.99 for Mel Tillis. Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark, that is $24.99. Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark. Blue Note, and that is in shrink wrap. An original first press of Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark is well over $1,000. That's one of the Grail Blue Note records. Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark. I've seen original press, near mint of these sell on eBay for thousands of dollars. It's pretty affordable for a reissue. That is $24.99. The Tenenbaums. Yeah, I don't. That's a Record Store Day only. We're still not on Record Store Day. I got an update from them the other day, not directly, but kind of through one of my distributors. One of my distributors is pretty much the main distributor for Record Store Day items, and he's like, "You're getting closer." That's pretty much summarizing. He's like, "You're getting closer." So they're actually probably about to thin back some. Record Store Day, I think, like pledge stores. So hopefully if they're doing that, you know, we can get on it. Nat King Cole, the King of Sound. Nat King Cole, $39.99. Whipped Cream and Other Delights. Whipped Cream is in shrink wrap, $19.99. Bobby V's Golden Grapes is $9.99. And 311, I think this is definitely a reissue, but this is out of print. 311 is $79.99. Do I have Metallica Reload? I do. I have Metallica Load, Reload, Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Black Album, Kill 'Em All. Tanner got that fast. $39.99. Reload, $39.99. When the last Metallica catalog came back in print, I ordered a ton of them. I'm going to have these probably for a long time. $39.99. Also, I just got word that Metallica Live at Grimey's got discontinued. So I went ahead and I've been waiting for, I had 100 back ordered. Yes, 100. I had an order of 50, an order of 30, and an order of 20. And I checked my backlist the other day, and it had a big capital D in the column, which means discontinued. So Metallica Live at Grimey's will never be pressed again. If so, it will be some kind of repackaging or re-anniversary. The current one that's been in print for the last few years, it's done. So I went ahead and got on eBay and bought me one because the last batch that came in, we got like 30 or 50 of them. And I think y'all remember that night, we sold them all immediately. And that's before we were taking waiting list. So I went on eBay last night and bought me one because Grimey's is a record store here in Nashville, and Metallica played there the year they did Bonnaroo. And I really wanted one. So I was waiting for them to come back and press so I could have a new one, but I went ahead and bought one on eBay, I think for about $75, which if we could have had them, I think they only retail for about $35. So if you want a Metallica at Grimey's, the next cheapest one on eBay right now is about $100. And if you bought one from me and you want to sell it, they're probably going to go nowhere but up now. Drive-by Truckers, The Unraveling. Drive-by Truckers, The Unraveling. And that is on pink vinyl, $29.99. Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars. That is $24.99. It is sealed. Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars. Who bought the Ronettes? Is that a repress? Yes, it was a music on vinyl pressing. George Buchanan bought it. Wick Line is $19.99. Mickey Gilley, You Don't Know Me. Mickey Gilley is $9.99. 311 is 311 self-titled. 311 self-titled, $79.99. Pearl Jam, self-titled, aka the Avocado album, is $39.99. It is sealed. And the Dark Knight soundtrack. This is on colored vinyl. Purple green splatter vinyl. Where do you think you're going? April's just packed up her backpack and leaving.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Okay, well, have a nice... Seth has got it, okay.
Okay, I'll see you next week.
Thanks for all of your help.
You're so welcome. Don't miss any questions.
Please let us know when you're home safely. You can get on the feed and let us know, okay? Yeah, we'll monitor your progress. Make sure she gets in her vehicle safely. Okay, Jason Kenton wants Drive-By Truckers. So did Jason Kenton. Yes, 311 was their self-titled album. It's a reissue, but that is currently out of print. So I got kind of distracted here. Dark Knight is the colored vinyl soundtrack. Let's take a look at it. It's supposed to be... Wow, look at that. That's Dark Knight. That is $39.99. I used to have those sealed. Not anymore. This is now black vinyl. Okay. Courtney wants the Pearl Jam album. So to Courtney. And the Foo Fighters is... Well, we have these in stock. This says... Well, the last copyright date on this is 2000. John marked this $39.99. Of course, he don't keep up with our new vinyl we have in stock here. This may be an older version that is selling for more, but a lot of times I pull out new vinyl that probably is selling more on Discogs that we still have on our shelf, and I usually have to reduce it. So that's why I said $29.99 for this. But this may be an older version. I mean, he scans the barcode on this new seal stuff and he uses Discogs. So sometimes you'll hear me pull something out, and he'll have it marked $49.99. I'm like, well, we still got that on the shelf for $39.99, and that's what we charge for it. Some things are underpriced, but we go ahead and sell those. So either way. Okay, quick flip through this bin. Here's what's left. Herman's Hermits, Foo Fighters, Dark Knight soundtrack. Mickey Gilley, Larry Underhill said he will take the Foo Fighters. Tanner, make sure that goes in for $29.99. Mickey Gilley, Wick Line, Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars. Kenny Bell wants. Let me show you all the other ones we've got. I've got them right over here. I counted the other night. We got 46 of them. We got 46 of these. I was curious. Yeah, this is the exact same thing. Exact same thing. 2009 copyright on the back. Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits. Okay, Kenny Bell also wants one. Tanner, this one's kind of like lightly opened. You might want to grab him a nice sealed copy. Looks like the shrink is busted on that one a little. That's what happens when people flip through them over and over. Randy Davis takes the Batman soundtrack. Let me start from the beginning again. Herman's Hermits, Mickey Gilley, Wick Line, Hit Parade of Bluegrass Stars, 311, Bobby V, Herb Albert, that's Whipped Cream. This is Nat King Cole, that's a new, like a remastered comp. Cool Struttin', Sonny Clark, Mel Tillis, Emmylou Harris, The Pridesman. We have The Cooker, Lee Morgan, Motown Sound, Specialty Records comp. That's a prime example. He marked this one $59.99, and we still got those over here for $28.99. So y'all probably heard me say $28.99 on that. I don't know if those have gone way up or what the deal, if this is something different. It's not colored vinyl, is it? No. So might want to grab that because it may be selling for a lot more right now. I'm going to leave that one out just in case. If so, I'll put them on Discogs. We have 2 or 3 in our bin still. We scan stuff eventually, and it's gone like weight up, and you know it's something we've had $34.99 on, and they're selling on Discogs for $60, $70. We put them on there, and they sell immediately. Sometimes for our sticker price, or I'll go ahead and mark them up $10 or $20. So, Alan Jackson, Crystal Gale, The Kindles, Crossroads, Kenny Rogers, Tammy Wynette, Little Richard, the Donald Trump picture disc, which is, I guess it's the same ones we had before. Yeah, Culture Factory. Yeah. Eddie Cochran, Blackberry Smoke, Roger Miller, Waylon, Santana, Waylon. That was the Just Pickin', the Good Time Pickers, Juice Newton, and Conway Twitty. Okay, I think I got 2 more bins of vintage to go through. I was wanting to go through all those, and then we can do a new vinyl recap at the very end to wrap up the show. But we still got new vinyl to go through. So let me do that. Let me see what's in this bin right quick. Make sure there's nothing I want to pull out. There's some interesting Rolling Stones records in here, and Frank Zappa. And usually the first thing I look for is anything new vinyl in here that, like this right here. Yeah, that's about right. And that, yeah, okay. Tommy, that was $19.99. That one's in shrink wrap. Most of them should be scattered all across thrift stores across America and help centers and Goodwills, but not anymore. I mean, sometimes you get lucky. We have them in the back. We probably got 20 copies throughout the back room, but we try to put out just not, I mean, if we're going to put out a copy of whipped cream, it's either going to be mint minus, near mint minus, or like that one, near mint minus and shrink wrap. So we could put out VG Plus copies for $10 in every show. It would be like Pablo Cruz, but we just don't do that. Great White, Great Zeppelin Tribute. This is sealed, $34.99. I think that's a couple dollars less than what we originally had these for. That is Great Zeppelin, a tribute to Led Zeppelin by Great White on splatter vinyl, $34.99. $34.99. Willie Nelson and Ray Price is a VG Plus, $9.99. Willie Nelson and Ray Price, VG Plus, $9.99. The Avett Brothers, I and Love and You, that is $39.99. The Avett Brothers. Nirvana in Utero is $29.99. That's a German pressing import. It is open, but it is near mint. The Best of Waylon Jennings is $24.99. Don't see that too often. Basie's in the Bag, Count Basie, is $14.99. The Best of Count Basie Big Band, that is $14.99. Ella and Louis again, Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong is $19.99. Kenny Bell on the Avett Brothers, sold to Kenny Bell. We have Sinatra at the Sands. This is sealed. Sinatra at the Sands, 1966 sealed, $99.99. Tommy Green said he'll take the whipped cream. I don't think we've ever put one out and it hadn't sold. You know, I mean, this is pristine. It's a second label reissue, but I mean, it's like beautiful. So let's sell that to Tommy Green. Before that was In Utero. Melody, this used copy, it's near mint. It is opened. It's $29.99. Mia Willis wants the Ella and Louie. That's sold to Mia Willis. And Melody, if you don't want Nirvana, it looks like Courtney does. And Pam, you were second to Ella and Louie. This is probably the most expensive. This is the most pricey Sinatra album. I mean, when you search like Frank Sinatra on eBay, sold listings, and then you do it highest first, his MoFi box is always in there, which we've had before. But then it's this record. And this is a sealed copy. It's Sinatra at the Sands with Count Basie. That is sealed, $99.99. Patsy Cline Live, Volume 2, $19.99. Patsy Cline, Sentimentally Yours, $19.99. Patsy Cline, 12 Greatest Hits, $24.99. Jimmy Dean, Big Bad John, $14.99. Melody said Courtney can have In Utero, so sell that to Courtney. Johnny Cash, Columbia Records, 1958 to 1986. Gold stamp promo, $24.99. Brian Ferry, self-titled, $19.99. Parents Just Don't Understand, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. There's Will Smith, $19.99. $19.99. We got a Shaquille O'Neal record back there somewhere I seen the other day. Harry Nilsson, A Little Touch of Schmilson in the Night, $19.99. Nilsson, Early Times, is $19.99. Nilsson, Sandman, is $24.99. Night Ranger, Midnight Madness, Night Ranger is $26.99. Gold stamp promo. Night Ranger, Big Life, Night Ranger is another gold stamp promo with hype sticker, $26.99. And Night Ranger, 7 Wishes, is another gold stamp promo, $26.99. Jimmy Smith, Hoochie Coochie Man, that is actually sealed. That is $39.99. David Cox wants Fresh. That was Fresh Prince, sold to David Cox. And let's see, Retro Class Entertainment in our Night Ranger Big. That was Big Life right here. That's sold to Rydell Martin. And Jimmy Smith. We have 7 Wishes is sold to Tommy Green. 7 Wishes. So Midnight Magic, the biggest Night Ranger album, is still available. Gold stamp promo on the front. Jimmy Smith. We have Everything as Nice as Mother Makes It. The Nice. Wow. Never seen that one before. The Nice is $24.99. Juice Newton, Greatest Hits, $9.99, gold stamp promo. Pete Townsend, Deep End Live, is $19.99. Pete Townsend, A Friend is a Friend, is $14.99. Pete Townsend, A Friend is a Friend. Five Bridges, The Nice, 1970 UK pressing. Five Bridges, The Nice, $29.99. Billy Vera and the Beaters, by request. Billy Vera is $14.99. Country My Way, Nancy Sinatra, is $14.99. Sonny James in prison, in person, with his Tennessee State Prison Band, $9.99. We got a few Frank Zappa albums here. This first one is The Mothers of Invention, Uncle Meat 2024. And this is $99.99. OTH Press 1969 with booklet. That is $99.99. Side 1, Thang Fish, Zappa. Side 2, I can't read it. This is a Zappa 12-inch. Them or Us or Thang Fish. Promotion, not for sale. $39.99. Zappa, 12-inch promo. Here's another one. This is a 1984 unofficial press of something. This is Pa's nose fell off at breakfast. It fell right into Ma's coffee and displaced it. Wow. That is a 1984 unofficial, $39.99. This one is 1968 pressing. I think this one's called Lumpy Gravy. No, we're only in it for the money. We're only in it for the money. Mothers of Invention, 1968 press with insert. That is $74.99. Reuben and the Jets. Reuben and the Jets is $34.99. Con Safus. Reuben and the Jets. Frank Zappa Guitar. That is sealed from 1988, $64.99. Frank Zappa, Broadway the Hard Way. He had a lot of albums, $34.99. Born Again, Randy Newman, is $14.99. And then we got a few Stones items here. This first one is the Rolling Stones, Anyone Seen My Baby, 12-inch single promo, $19.99. The Rolling Stones, Saint of Me. Saint of Me is sealed, $19.99. Keith Richards' Wedding album is on white vinyl, $34.99. And we have the Rolling Stones Stripped, 1995 OG, $134.99. Some pretty interesting and unique stuff in there. Let's go through them one more time. How many crates have we went through tonight? I've got them stacked up here. 8, 11. This is our 12th crate, and I've got one more after this. We're going to end up going through 13 crates at least once tonight. And it took We're going on 11 o'clock. Takes a long time to flip through these. This here, Jill Berry wants the Saint Stone sealed item there. Let's start from the back and recap these. I'm going to read titles or artists, some titles. If you want to know a price, a question, anything like that, let me know. Tracy, give me 1 second. When I get to that cash, I'll read you the track list. Great White, that was sealed. Willie Nelson, Ray Price, Waylon Jennings, Count Basie, Sinatra with Basie, Patsy Cline, Jimmy Dean, Johnny Cash. Let's see. This is all of his recordings from Columbia, 1958 to 1986. There's going to be some good stuff on here. Oh, What a Dream, I Still Miss Someone, Picking Time, Don't Take Your Guns to Town, 5 Feet High and Rising, Seasons of My Heart, The Legend of John Henry's Hammer, Ring of Fire, Ballad of Ira Hayes, Orange Blossom Special, Folsom Prison Blues, San Quentin No. 2, A Boy Named Sue, Sunday Morning Coming Down, Man in Black, One Piece at a Time, Ghost Riders in the Sky, Without Love, The Baron, and Highway Patrolman. Johnny Cash. If that was like a new LP with those tracks on it over here, 180 gram, it would probably be like $49.99. It's kind of strange. Some of these near mint vintage pressings are just $25 when if that was new vinyl, it would be twice as much. The originals sometimes are half as much. These Foolish Things, that was Brian Ferry. Tracy Miller takes the Johnny Cash, sold to Tracy Miller. Harry Nilsson, Harry Nilsson, 3 in a row there. One Night Ranger left, Midnight Madness. Jimmy Smith, The Nice, Juice Newton, Pete Townsend, The Nice, Billy Vera, Nancy Sinatra, Sonny James, Mothers of Invention, Frank Zappa, Mothers of Invention, Reuben and the Jets, Frank Zappa, Randy Newman, Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, and Rolling Stones. Larry Underhill wants the Night Ranger, Midnight Magic, sold to Larry Underhill. All those are still available for sale, and you can claim them at any time. Let's go. Oh, and we went through a bin of putbacks. That was the first thing we started with tonight. So 12, we actually went through 14 crates tonight at least once of all new stuff. If you count putbacks new stuff, which it kind of is. Kind of been shown before, but it's new for tonight, at least. I've got 2 Japanese records over here. Let me flip through these right quick, see what's in here. Make sure nothing got slipped in. There's one really pricey Rolling Stones record in here that I thought about keeping myself because, you know, you don't get too many opportunities to buy something like this. So if you're interested in buying a high-end Rolling Stones record, you might want to pay attention. And I've also got 2 Japanese records over here I have not shown tonight, but we will make them a buy it now if anybody wants them. We have a pristine copy, Japanese press with Obi, of the Grease soundtrack. Very cool. Very cool Obi, too. $44.99. I have not shown that tonight. We're going to put that up for auction. And I was going to put this up for auction, but it's got too late. Hank Williams, all about Hank Williams. MGM, no, this is a single LP, but it's a gatefold with Obi. I think that's awesome. Pretty cool artwork there. And the Obi, $39.99. Those have not been shown tonight. Grease and Hank Williams. All right, let's go through this bin. A Taste of Honey. A Taste of Honey, Another Taste, $9.99. In shrink wrap and hype sticker. Contains the hit Do It Good, A Taste of Honey. George Thorogood Live, $19.99. George Thorogood, Better Than the Rest, $19.99. We have, what is this? Vangelis Mask. Vangelis Mask, $9.99 on Vangelis. Madonna, Live to Tell. Madonna, Live to Tell, $19.99. Madonna Angel. Madonna is $19.99. 123 Red Light, 1910 Fruit Gum Company, $17.99. Bonnie Tyler, Faster Than the Speed of Night. Bonnie Tyler is $9.99. Bonnie Tyler, It's a Heartache, is $9.99. Taj Mahal, Giant Step, $34.99 on Taj Mahal Giant Step. The Iron Man, the musical by Pete Townsend, $24.99. The Iron Man, musical by Pete Townsend, $24.99. Edwin Starr, War and Peace on Gordy, $29.99. Bill Wyman from the Stones, Monkey Grip is $24.99. J.J. Wilson wants both Madonnas. J.J. Wilson on both of the Madonnas, sold to J.J. Bill Wyman, we have Make Way for Dionne Warwick is $9.99. Dionne Warwick. Randy Newman, Little Criminals, $14.99, has some writing on the cover. Stevie Nicks, The Other Side of the Mirror is sealed with hop sticker. Contains the hit Rooms on Fire. That is sealed Stevie Nicks, $39.99. Olivia Newton-John's Greatest Hits, $9.99. Bill Evans, You're Gonna Hear From Me. Bill Evans is $29.99, gold stamp promo. Stephen Tuttle wants Taj Mahal, sold to Stephen Tuttle. Taj Mahal. Ernest Tubbs' Greatest Hits is $9.99. We have Renaissance, Chezzergade, something like that, $9.99. Sammy Davis Jr., I've Gotta Be Me, and that is $9.99. Tillman, we've already sold both Madonnas. The Bon Jovi was something that didn't get paid for. This was an Australian 4-track release. It didn't get a bid, or we sold it at auction about 2 months ago for $67. I offered it tonight for $67, and then I offered it for $50, and I'm waiting for somebody to make an offer. Bon Jovi Live on Tour. It's got Breakout, Runaway, Tokyo Road, and Wanted Dead or Alive. 4 live tracks, has a poster with it. It's $50. Do you still have a Journey Live in Houston? I do. That's in the same bin of putbacks right here. Journey Live in Houston, sold to Ron Phillips, $38.99. Thank you, Zach, for sharing. Tillman Smoot. Scott Sneed wants the Vangelis that was shown earlier. That is right here, sold to Scott Sneed. Next is 10 Years After, A Space and Time. I really like this album, $19.99. Johnny Cash sings I Walk the Line. Cash is $9.99. The Smithereens, Especially for You, in shrink wrap and hop sticker, $24.99. And The Elegant Sound of the Royalettes on MGM, 1966. That is sealed, $39.99. When we get to that Stones record, I'm going to put it up for auction, by the way. Ruby and the Romantics, Greatest Hits album, is $14.99. How much was Renaissance? Renaissance right here is $9.99. Michael Potts wants the Smithereens. Michael Potts on the Smithereens. And we have Ernest Tubb Favorites, $9.99. And I think this is the Rolling Stones. It is. This is a 1968 mono UK first pressing. The Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet. Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet. 1968 mono UK first press. This is like, it's very, very close to near mint minus. I'm going to call it EX plus / near mint minus. Side 2 is pretty much near mint minus. Side 1, I'm going to say EX plus plus. There's the label, Decca. This is a $150 start. Rolling Stones Beggar Banquet. John has put 1968 mono, first UK press. First UK press. We need to get, Seth, do we have new inner sleeves over there somewhere? Like anti-statics? This is the sleeve that was in it. This needs to be put in a little bit better sleeve. That thing's kind of falling apart. I don't know if that's the original sleeve. J.J. Wilson wants Renaissance. Mark that down for J.J. Wilson. And Seth has grabbed me a new inner sleeve. Okay, so someone buys grease. Tracy, you need to buy grease. It's only $44.99. Millsap, the last record in here was Ronnie Millsap, 16 hits, $9.99. Big fudge inner sleeve. That's what I like to see. Oh. Here's how I package records. $150 start on the Rolling Stones. I don't know if that's, I doubt that's a sleeve that originally came with it, but I'm obviously going to keep it with it. But I'm going to grade this. I'm going to say side 1 is pretty much near mint minus. Side 2, EX plus, or whichever way around. John Young's at $150. I'm going to put that right back there. Okay. The Fawcett Wayne was $29.99. Mary Potts wants Ronnie Millsap. John Young's at $150 on the Stones. Let's go back through this bin again. This is our last bin of new stuff, and then I'm gonna do some condensing, recapping, and we're probably gonna just go back through stuff, especially if who wasn't here for part 1 that would like to see new vinyl. If so, after I recondense it, it's not a lot, and I can go through that pretty quick. So we had A Taste of Honey, George Thorogood Live, George Thorogood, 1910 Fruit Gum, Bonnie Tyler, Pete Townsend, Edwin Starr, Bill Wyman, Dionne Warwick, Randy Newman, Stevie Nicks, Olivia Newton-John, Bill Evans, Ernest Tubb, Sammy Davis Jr., 10 Years After, Johnny Cash, The Rulettes, Ruby and the Romantics, Ernest Tubb's favorite. Well, Tanner informed me at the break he couldn't be here tonight for a Wednesday night show. Seth, if we do it, it would have to be later, right? I mean, so it would have to be later. So if we do something tomorrow, I'll let you know in Whole Lot of Records. It would probably just be me and Seth, and we'll see if we can get a third person to help us, which won't be a problem. Crockett is back. I'll just have to see if we're just doing 45s and CDs, maybe it can just be me and him. We'll see. But tomorrow night we may have a show. I know a lot of people's been waiting for 45s, been waiting for CDs, been waiting for on sale vintage. That's what I plan on doing tomorrow. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is going to be all new arrival show back to schedule. So tomorrow night's pending, but for the 85 people watching, please let me know, or please be posted in the group. We may be live tomorrow night. J.J. Wilson also wants 10 Years After. The Stones is going twice, going 3 times to John Young for $150. Going twice, going 3 times. 10 Years After was $19.99. 10 Years After was $19.99. Let me take these out here. OG or new condition on UFO was new. I'll go through that bin first. First bin I'm going to go through right now are putbacks. This is what I started with at 7 o'clock. This bin right here. Let me go through it first. I got to do some sorting it anyway. This is the first bin I started with tonight. We have Oasis, Nebworth left. Oasis, that's a triple LP live. Oasis Nebworth, $56.99. These are all non-payments and putbacks, mostly non-payments. Merciful Fate was $30.99, colored vinyl. Crowbar, 0 and below, that was new, $31.99. And Helmet, live and rare. Helmet was $33.99. Jimi Hendrix was a vintage title. The Legend, Jimi Hendrix, that was $29.99. Jimi Hendrix, The Legend, $29.99. Final Call, going twice, going 3 times now. Rolling Stones, Beggar's Banquet, John Young has that for $150. Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz, was colored vinyl, silver vinyl with red swirls, $21.99. Talking Heads, more songs about building and food, $29.99, new and sealed. Ozzy, Black Rain, $39.99. Snoop Dogg was on sale prices, $19.99. I'm going to leave that out actually because I got to sticker that down. Journey, live in Houston, 1981 Escape Tour, original Journey lineup, great show, $38.99, gatefold. Melvin's was originally a reduced record, Working with God, $21.99. Aleister Crowley was $19.99, and UFO Fawcett. That is a 2LP deluxe edition, a 2021 remaster on clear vinyl. That is $29.99. Then Rod Stewart Smiler was $14.99, and Bon Jovi, still no takers on that. I need to do something with that. It sold for $67.50, and then I was looking for an offer. No one's made an offer yet, so I guess nobody wants Bon Jovi. That's okay, though. I remember that night we was auctioning it, there was like 5 people bidding. That's why if you buy something on auction and you don't pay for it, it's almost grounds for never being allowed to purchase from us again, because an auction is definitely a final. You have plenty of time to know what you're buying and bidding and all that. So if you bid something up on auction and don't pay for it, that's really bad. All right, let's sell Rolling Stones to John Young for $150. John Young, you got a really cool record there. If you hadn't have bought that and no one else bid, I may have kept that. And sell Susie Snoop Dogg for $19.99. Snoop Dogg for $19.99. Okay, Bon Jovi is, I'm going to put it right here with this other thing I need to reprice. All right. Let me put this is new vinyl. I got to resort. And let's see what we got here. That's new vinyl. I gotta get to the bottom of the stack. That's where Elliott Smith, yes. That's what I was trying to get to. Let me condense a few of these down. 13 crates, but after I condense them, we've probably sold half of everything, so we've probably sold several hundred records tonight. That's vintage stuff too. Trying to get to that first crate of new vinyl we showed tonight. It's around here somewhere. This is a pretty good bin of vintage. It still has that Robert Plant record in it. I might go through that in just a second. There's new vinyl. This is new vinyl. Let's go through this bin. It just has a few things in it. Then I can condense it down. Let's see. Okay, quick. All the new vintage arrivals I've shown at least one time tonight. So if I go back through any vintage, it's stuff I've already showed at least once. We had 6 crates of new vintage stuff tonight. I'm going to try to go through everything again. I'm kind of condensing as what I'm doing here. Okay, Allman Brothers was a live show. The Lost Warehouse tapes, New Orleans broadcast, $44.99. I sold several of those earlier. I think I've got, how many do I have left? Just 2. Allman Brothers is $44.99. New Orleans broadcast, $44.99. Also got a Talking Heads live, Chicago, 1978. That was $28.99. Jason Isbell was $26.99, Southeastern. The Crow soundtrack, $38.99. Crow soundtrack, $38.99. And Oasis, Definitely Maybe. Oasis, Definitely Maybe. That was $38.99. So Oasis, the Crow soundtrack, Jason Isbell, Talking Heads, and the Allman Brothers. Allman Brothers had a killer track list on it. I'm going to put these in this bin right here. And let me grab this right here. I think this is the first bin of vintage I went through, or first bin of new vinyl I went through tonight. We have, would you do the Ozzy, Japanese Ozzy, and the sealed bass Basie Sinatra for $130? Kenny Bell wants Oasis. Let me grab that for Kenny Bell. Let's see. Ozzy was $55 and Sinatra was $100. We got a $130 offer. I will do that for, let's see, I'll do $50 on Ozzy. 90, let's see, 90 and 50 is 90, wait a minute, 100, 130. 50 on Ozzy, 140. 140. 140, Kevin. 140. I did show an Elliott Smith. I'm trying to find it. Actually, it may be right here. Since a couple people's asking, I think I may have it right. What happened to Elliott? No luck yet. Give me one more second on Elliott Smith. Crash Test Dummies. God Shuffle His Feet. $26.99. Crash. I think it's in one of these. It's right here, Tanner. I see the front of it now. Black crate. Second one from the bottom. Crash Test Dummies is $26.99. Helmet Live and Rare. $33.99. Violent Films. Craft Pressing. $34.99. Violent Films self-titled. Melody Nelson wants the Crash Test Dummies. Here's the Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith from A Basement on the Hill. This is $36.99. Elliott Smith from A Basement on a Hill. I have 2 available, $36.99. Kenny Bell, I only have 1 more Crash Test Dummies. Melody was first. So I can put you on a waiting list if that's okay. Yes, $38.99 on Oasis, Kenny. I missed your question. I think I've missed a few questions. Primus and the Chocolate Factory, $29.99. Primus and the Chocolate Factory. Mad Season, $44.99. Mad Season is $44.99 above, music on vinyl. Sue Ann Jacobs wants ES. Elliott Smith. There's one sold to Sue Ann and anybody else. I've got one left in the bin, and I'm pretty sure I can get more. So that's sold to Sue Ann Jacobs. Primus, Suck on This, is $26.99. We got two versions of Ziggy Stardust. This is the first one, which is the half-speed black vinyl master, and this is $29.99. Kenny Bell also wants a Mad Season. I've got plenty of those. We're always ordering Mad Season. And I've got the picture disc. So Ziggy Stardust 50th anniversary was this past week. One of the greatest albums of all time, especially as far as influence and significance on other music. Ziggy Stardust, $29.99, David Bowie. So that's the black vinyl half-speed master, and then this is the picture disc. The information on the half-speed master is pretty interesting. This record was cut on a fully customized late Newman VMS-80 lathe with fully recapped electronics from 192 kilohertz restored masters of the original Trident Studios master tapes with no additional processing or transfer. That is straight from the original analog tapes. David Bowie, just $29.99. And we have Queens of the Stone Age, $49.99. Lullabies to Paralyze, Queens of the Stone Age, $49.99. What's on VM? VM. VM. What was VM? What was VM? And I can help you. We have Queens of the Stone Age, David Bowie, Primus, Mad Season, Primus, Violent Femmes. We have Violent Femmes, if that's what you meant, and Helmet. Okay, let me go through, let's see, Vintage Bin. Let's see what was in here. Let's go through this one. Quick recap. I'm trying to go through our new vinyl, but our OG people are going to start throwing rocks if I don't go through something. So, the Primus and the Chocolate Factory was $29.99. Brian wants Primus. Suck on This. Sold to Brian. Doug ordered some Primus titles because we've had, I think a lot of people either message the page or ask about it during the live sales he noticed. So he got several of a couple titles we've seen in stock. So, and Kenny Bell, the Violent Femmes. Violent Femmes, featuring Blister in the Sun and Added Up. The Milwaukee Trio's landmark 1983 self-titled debut album. So the hits are Blister in the Sun and Added Up. Okay, Rolling Stones, get your yah-yahs out. I'm just going to read through titles right quick. Willie and the Poor Boys. Nazareth, you can pause me at any time for track list, price, anything like that. Johnny Winter, Rolling Stones, England's newest hit makers. Wet Willie, Kenny Bell said he will take a Violent Femmes. We have sold a ton of these. Kraft is a really good sound and pressing too. The Weather Girls, The Wanderers, War, Joe Walsh, Joe Walsh, Joe Walsh. Village People, John Waite, Rolling Stones, The Waitresses, Foreplay, A&M Sampler, Village People, Gene Vincent, Juice Newton, Poco, Wet Willie's Greatest Hits, Weather Report, Golden Chartbusters, Pablo Cruz, there you go, John Young, Rolling Stones Black and Blue. This has a promo sticker, and it has a hype sticker on the back, track listing sticker, but no promo label. Dr. Hook's Greatest Hits, Ronnie Dyson, Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane, Ron Wood, Moody Blues, Rainbow, George Thorogood, Piper, that was a white label promo, James Taylor was an OG, Devils, Angels, Every Which Way But Loose, and Robert Plant, Nonstop Go. Primus fans should be ashamed. You know what? I don't think I know one Primus song. I couldn't identify. If one of those came up on Name That Tune, I would be lost. I wouldn't know. I have no idea what Primus sounds like. Okay, just a few titles in this one, so let me do it right quick. So yes, the Stones, and Chris Kirkley wants the Robert Plant. So let me pull the Stones, and Chris Kirkley takes the Robert Plant. Rolling Stones, Black and Blue. So, has promotional copy, not for sale sticker. Nice gatefold, covers about a VG+. Does have a saw mark, some creases down here. Original blue inner sleeve that came with it. And the vinyl, yeah, the vinyl is very nice. EX plus, near mint minus. No markings though to indicate it's a promo copy on the label. The Devil's Angels. That Wayne was, it has some sticker residue on the front. It was $24.99. $24.99. Let me show you that a little bit closer. Has right above the Tower label. It looks like Kevin bought this at McKay's. McKay's has the worst stickers. It looks like this was bought on McKay's and it got unsuccessfully peeled off. McKay's has the worst price stickers in the history of record price stickers. We buy so many records we get from people's collections and they bought them at McKay's and they got these big ugly stickers attached to them. Sometimes we just leave them on there. But sometimes we try to peel them off. They don't work too well. Derek and the Dominoes is $59.99. Derek and the Dominoes Michael Jackson Thriller, $28.99. Michael Jackson Thriller, got a big stack of thrillers there. Odds and Sods, The Who, which is an Abbey Road half-speed master, red and yellow vinyl, $48.99. I almost said Steely. I did say Steely Nicks. Tanner, the name of that record is Stevie Nicks. Okay, you got that, Seth? Stevie Nicks, $28.99. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, that's a single disc, $36.99. And Jason Isbell and the 400 unit, the Nashville Sound, that is a Record Store Day Essential colored vinyl, $29.99. $29.99. Let me move a couple things. I'm going to move a couple of these over here. And I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to move all the thrillers over here of all the other thrillers. Sue Ann Jacobs wants the Jason Isbell colored vinyl, Record Store Day Essential. Wayne wants to know the track list on Devil's Angel. You have Devil's Angel's vocal, Jerry and the Portraits, and then the rest of the songs, Wayne, are by your favorite, The Arrows, which is the Devil's Rumble, Funky, Make Believe Love, Cody's Theme, Hell Rider, Hole in the Wall, Devil's Carnival, The Ghost Story, and Devil's Angels. Alrighty, track list, Sue Ann and Randy Davis. So Sue Ann, you were first, and Randy, if you're okay with it, I'm pretty sure I can still get those. For some reason, we can't get Record Store Day titles, but we can get these Record Store Day Essential, just like we got the Toto 4 on red vinyl. So sell that one to Sue Ann. Randy, if you're good with it, I will have you another Jason Isbell before the end of the week. Okay, here's one more bin of new vinyl I have not gone through as a recap. This was Licorice Pizza. We sold a few of these during part 2. People hopped back on and realized these were pricey, and they're on red vinyl. And this is Licorice Pizza soundtrack. This is on, I repeat, red vinyl. Red vinyl. Those are $39.99. I have 2 of them left. Give Randy Davis, put him down for 2 Jason Isbells and Chris Kirkley. Wayne, this record is near mint. The cover, this would be a pristine record if it didn't have this cover on it. But yeah, you're going to be very happy with this vinyl. Sell out to Wayne Titsworth. So Licorice Pizza. Close to the Edge. Close to the Edge is $28.99. Andy Lewis wants a Licorice Pizza. Like I said, these have been back ordered for a long time. When this soundtrack came out, we ordered like 5 red vinyl and 5 black vinyl. I think we were allocated 1 red vinyl, and I think somebody had requested it or Doug got it. I'm not for sure, because I hadn't even heard about this. And he's like, it's a popular soundtrack. And then we sold out of the black vinyl. I've reordered them 2 or 3 times. Then finally, they've decided to press more red vinyl again. So that's what we have here. Andy Lewis gets 1. I have 1 left. How much is that Perfect Circle? Yes, I'm surprised this is still here. A Perfect Circle, which is the Tool guy, $46.99. 13 step. Music on vinyl, 2 LP, $46.99. Blackstone Cherry, last one we had, Royal Albert Hall, y'all, $28.99. That is a 2 LP live Blackstone Cherry. Gatefold, new release, that comes out Friday. Coldplay restock. Viva La Vida. $36.99, which has that hit song on it, Viva La Vida. Probably their biggest hit. That is $36.99. Kenny Bell says, I'll take it, please. That is a perfect circle. I need to order more of those before they go out of stock and they're selling for $200. Randy Davis said, please make sure we check his messages so he can get us paid. We will do that. If Tanner don't do that right now, if he can find the time, we will do that sometime tonight. Exit Wound soundtrack, which is a hip-hop compilation, pretty much. $26.99. First time it's been on vinyl since 2001. Tony Murphy takes The Last Blackstone Cherry. That's sold to Tony Murphy. Exit Wounds is $26.99. DMX, Memphis Bleak, Nas, Redman, Styles P, 3 6 Mafia, and more. That is $26.99. And we have a David Bowie album we've never had before, which is The Next Day. I know it looks like Heroes, but this was an actual studio album of his that came out in 2013. $48.99. I got to keep one of those because I know we've never had that before. $48.99. And we have one copy left. This is technically an on-sale title, so grab it while you can. These would normally be $38.99. This is Yes, Time and a Word, music on vinyl. They had like hundreds of these in stock, and so they're putting them on sale. It's a music on vinyl pressing. You know it's going to sound good. Time and a Word, yes. Got some great songs on here. Well, let's see. I like them all, but Time and a Word is obviously the big hit. Everydays, which is Stephen Stills, The Prophet, Astral Traveler. Of course, I'm just a Yes fan, so that's all pretty awesome stuff. All right, let me flip through a bin of vintage right quick. So I've been through that. I think I'll have at least one more bin of new vinyl to flip through, but let's see what's in this vintage bin right quick, or have already gone through this. I think, yeah, I went through this already. I already did that during part 2, so let me stick that over here. Let me move a couple of them over. Trying to find stuff we showed early during part 1, which will probably be at the bottom of this stack, I would say. Wow, I have emptied 2, 4, we've sold about 6 entire bins of records tonight. 7. Forget about all the Japanese stuff too. That's the Japanese bin. Did Kevin Squires ever say yes or no on the Aussie? Kevin, did you want the Aussie for $140 and the Sinatra? The Licorice Pizza is $39.99. It's on red vinyl. Licorice Pizza, Luke, is $39.99. Yes, this is all new vinyl too. That's the stuff from last week, which last week we had pretty much a record-setting week last week because we had some of the best restocks we've ever had come in on new vinyl. It was some fantastic stuff. I don't see any more vintage stuff that I hadn't flipped through already. Let me see. Let me go through this one, I guess. There's that. Yeah, I guess that's it. We just sold a bunch of it. Let's go through this bin right here. We had, there's the Peter Murphy album, Peter Murphy Deep, $28.99. Last copy of The Cure's Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, that was $42.99. Rolling Stones Honk, the very best of the Stones, 71 to 18, that's 2018, $49.99. Tom Petty Echo is $29.99. Gary Hackett wants Peter Murphy. We have 2 versions of Radiohead Kid A Amnesia. This is the red vinyl, indie exclusive, $99.99, and then the triple LP black vinyl, $68.99. And yes, this is triple LP red vinyl as well. Francis the Mute, Mars Volta, that's a new reissue, $59.99. Clutch, music on vinyl title, self-titled Clutch, $38.99, their debut album. Pink, Misunderstood, $29.99 for Pink. We also had Weezer, the Teal album, so they have the blue album, the black album. This is the Teal album, $26.99. Bare Naked Ladies, last one we have left, that is $26.99. We have 2 different Aretha greatest hits. This one's called her Ultimate Collection on colored vinyl. It is $24.99. More of like 80s hits. And then this is her Atlantic years, all of her classic 67 to 70 Atlantic singles. 2 LP, that is $36.99. $36.99. So new vinyl, new vinyl. Let me get these condensed down over here. Chris Kirkley wants a Bare Naked Ladies. Sold to Chris Kirkley. Some good stuff in here. Weezer, Aretha, Pink, Clutch, Radiohead, Tom Petty, The Stones, and The Cure. I figured we'd sell all three of those Cures. So Doug, I actually had seen that in stock, and I was going to order that, and I never did. I didn't. Let me show. I thought that was the way it was made. Gary Hackett, Tanner just noticed that this hype sticker has been ripped in half, and just want to make sure you still want it. The hype sticker looks like it's been ripped off. I thought it was like made like that, but I don't think so. So Gary, I want to make sure you do want that. Did the Vintage Queen News of the World sell? I don't think so. I feel like I'm missing a bin somewhere vintage because I would have went back through that. Let me see what was in here. Maybe it is this crate. No, that's the crate we just went through. I'm always missing a crate of vintage stuff. That's all Japanese. There's that. Maybe it was one of these over here. Juice Newton. I've already shown the Joe Walsh. Let me see. What's the check condition? Yeah, let's go through this right here. Yeah, the front part of this one we hadn't gone through. I got one Peter M. earlier. Yes, you did, Arnold. Yes, your sticker was fine too, and Gary Hackett said that's fine. Okay. Any Faster Pussycat Greatest Hits? Yes, we have Faster Pussycat's Greatest Hits in stock. That will be over there in the F's, Tanner, if you can grab one of those, please. Okay, I'm going to start from the front of this bin because this is some check condition stuff we showed during part 1 that I'm recapping. This is Buddy Holly, Reminiscing, VG Plus, $29.99. Tom Petty, Hard Promises, VG Plus, $24.99. Prince, America 12-inch single, VG, $19.99. Buddy Holly, Giant is a VG Plus, $24.99. Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same, a VG Plus vinyl and about a VG cover, $44.99. Led Zeppelin. Toto, Isolation is a VG copy for $9.99, and Clint Eastwood, Bronco Billy soundtrack, VG Plus, $14.99. Queen, News of the World. This was EX on the vinyl. Very nice looking vinyl, and the cover was a VG minus, $24.99. Homer and Jethro was VG plus, $14.99. Tommy James and the Shondells, The Very Best Of, VG, $14.99. Judas Priest, Point of Entry was a VG plus, $19.99. Has some cover damage at the bottom. Sue Ann Jacobs wants Toto, and we have Faster Pussycat's Greatest Hits, and that is on pink vinyl. That is on pink vinyl. And that is $39.99. $39.99. Faster Pussycat's Greatest Hits on pink vinyl, $39.99. Jeff McMaster, Queen and Tom Petty for $45. Queen and Tom Petty for $45. Sold to Jeff McMaster. Queen and Tom Petty for $45. Sold to Jeff McMaster. Homer and Jethro. Y'all missing out here. Crimson and Clover, Crystal Blue Persuasion, Sugar on Sunday, Sweet Cherry Wine, I Think We're Alone Now. J.J. Wilson wants a Faster Pussycat's Greatest Hits. Tanner's got one. Okay, so that's sold to J.J. Thank you. Tanner's already got that tagged. Groovin', The Young Rascals was a VG Plus, $24.99. To Bonnie from Delaney was a VG Plus, $19.99. Waylon Jennings, Waylon Live was a VG Plus, $19.99. Nashville Rebel was a VG Plus, $24.99. Dawn Patrol, Night Ranger, that is a VG Plus, $19.99. J.J. Wilson also claims an Aussie Black Rain. Let me find that, figure out what bin of new vinyl that was in. Probably this one right here. There is an Aussie Black Rain, sold to J.J. Wilson. I still got those in stock if anybody wants one. The Cat, Incredible Jimmy Smith was a VG Plus, $19.99. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass was a VG Plus, $14.99. Sun City was a VG Plus, $24.99. The Rolling Stones, Tattoo You was a VG Plus, $24.99. Stevie Nicks, The Wild Heart, VG Plus, $14.99. And The Pleasure Principle, Gary Newman, VG Plus, $14.99. Moody Blues, To Our Children's Children, VG Plus, $9.99. Waylon Sings Old Harlan was $44.99, and Dry Water was $24.99. I think the rest of this bin, let me start back from the back now. These should be all near mint records that I have shown. I think I've still shown them once, but I'll just read titles on these. I think I've already shown them during part 2 here, but if you want to know prices or anything, just let me know. The History of Country Music, REO Speedwagon, Mel Tillis, George Jones, The Best of George Jones, Boston was sealed 3rd stage, John Schneider, The Grassroots, Lee Greenwood, John Schneider, Buddy Holly, Hank Snow, Boxcar Willie, The Wilburn Brothers, Deep Purple, Hee Haw, G from Hee Haw, The Best of ZZ Top, can't believe no one bought that, Mel Tillis, and then we have the 2 13-Floor Elevators reissues on colored vinyl. Now Yearbook 1984, Mel Tillis, The Day Music Died, Waylon Jennings, The Beach Boys, Mel Tillis, Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings, The Temptations, Mel Tillis, and that's where we just started, Dry Water. It's like an oxymoron, dry water. Something you don't think about. Right, Seth? Seth is zoned in on the ABC order.
Well, now I'm having to do April shopping.
Oh, yeah, and he's keying in stuff. April left. She's probably already asleep. She didn't get on and tell us she was home safely either. She always doesn't do that. Okay, I think I have one more bin of new vinyl. That was the one with the Elliott Smith record, so I hadn't really been through that. So let's go through that. And I'm going to say we're going to call it a night. Me and Seth will possibly be back tomorrow night for 45s, on sale LP, and CDs. I've got to make an executive decision tomorrow, probably about 6 o'clock. And then I'll let y'all know. I might make it earlier in the day. I also may get a call and somebody may say, hey, I've got 10,000 records in my garage of 70s, 80s, and 90s rock, all in mint condition. Can you drive to Wisconsin and buy them tomorrow? And then I'll be on the road. Will that actually happen? You never know. But we kind of have to stay. We have certain nights everything's permanent. But like Mondays and Wednesdays, we kind of keep open because we never know what's going to happen. Kiss Dynasty is $33.99. They Might Be Giants, Flood, music on vinyl, $42.99. David Bowie Legacy, $46.99. Mastodon was $27.99. Rush and Rio, can't believe no one bought one of those, $114.99. I actually ordered 2 of them because I realized I hadn't kept one yet, so one of those are for me, but I'm offering for sale first. Before I keep any new vinyl, unless it's something for sure I want, or a brand new release that I listen to for y'all's purposes so I can review it, I kind of wait. If this isn't here like in 3 months or something, 6 months, I'll definitely keep one before I discount it. System of a Down, $28.99. The Cramps was $28.99. Look Mom No Head. Kings of Leon, $39.99. Cypress Hill was $49.99. The Cramps was $28.99. Joy Division Substance, 1977-1980, $41.99. Daft Punk Random Access Memories, $42.99. White Zombie Music on Vinyl, $38.99. Caius, $26.99. And there's the other Elliott Smith, or the last Elliott Smith, $36.99. About the only thing I can recap left is Japanese vinyl, but what we'll do, Kenny Bell, Cypress Hill is $49.99. We're pretty much getting new vinyl from Japan in about twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and we'll show that stuff kind of throughout the rest of the week. We'll put some of that stuff up that didn't sell for reduced start auctions. Y'all seen me do that Saturday night. Half the vinyl we sold Saturday night was reduced start Japanese auctions. And pretty much everything ended up bringing sticker price anyway, but you can maybe catch a deal on something. Or next time I show it, you can go ahead and buy it now so you don't have to pay more than what you could already got it for now. So just please be aware of that. And we have new Japanese vinyl coming in all the time. Right, Tanner? They just need to go ahead and buy it instead of waiting for it to come up on auction. Tommy James was $14.99. Well, that's the end of the road for us. Here's everybody that didn't pay for their orders. I've got to go through and get my refund on it. Keep up with that. And John will be here tomorrow pricing new vintage stuff. We still got stuff from Kevin's collection. We still got some gems back there from Kevin's collection. I mean, nothing like Tool or Smashing Pumpkins, but there's still some fantastic 90s and hard to get pressings back there from his collection that we have not got to yet. So we're definitely going to go through that stuff the rest of this week, along with new vinyl. Of course, y'all know Thursday nights is usually the big night for new vinyl. All the new releases are shipped in to be released on Friday. And probably by then, we might have more Japanese vinyl to show. So thanks for watching. I may see you tomorrow night. Shane McKinney, The Flood, They Might Be Giants was $42.99. So possibly tomorrow night. Make sure you're paying attention if we're going to be live or not. If not, I'll see you Thursday night, Friday night, and I'll be back live Saturday night. If you can't tune in one of those 3 days, one of those days, you can catch one of the other two. So Mary Potts wants Tommy James, and I will pull that. Caius was $26.99, Luke. $26.99. All right. If I missed your comment before I end the button, thanks for watching. We will be back live, like I said, at least 3 more times this week. And if I miss something before I end, if you want to claim something, let me know. Send us a message. That's the best way to do it. Thanks for watching.